Okay. Hey, Ruth. Yes, you were first, Ruth. Good morning. I hope you're having a good week and weekend. Hi, Ashley. She spins Juanita, Barbara, Darla, Linda, Gaga, Pamela. Hope everybody's doing well. Linda. So, yeah, we're going to do pretty pages. I'm calling them dreamsicles because they look like dreamsicles. Remember the dreamsicles ice creams? Callie, Candy, Ashley, Julie. Said hi to Linda. Anybody else I missed? Does it look too dark? Maybe I need to lighten it up just a little. There we go. Are we focused? I think we're focused. Let's make sure we're focused. Does it look focused? I guess it looks focused. What's everybody doing? How was your weekend? What did y'all work on over the weekend? I did do an impromptu on Saturday for about 6 hours. I didn't even wake up. Julie showed up, but I didn't tell, the mods. It was early. It was like 8 o'clock my time. So I just said, well, I'll just go live. So we did a bunch of art journaling stuff on Saturday. So if y'all missed that, it's recorded. Hi, Ray. And let's see who else. I said hi to Ashley. Who else am I missing? Sometimes the chat clicks in, So hi, Kalora. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Thanks, Juanita. She spins, i.e. Littlefoot. That's my nickname for Juanita. There's a whole story behind that. When I watched her spinning her yarn one day, she has little tiny feet, so I nicknamed her Littlefoot. Oh, is it your birthday, Ruth? Where did I see that? Is it your birthday? Friday was your birthday. My age officially starts with 4. Well, happy birthday. Oh, I did not know that was your birthday. Hey, Julie, well, happy birthday. Hi, Julie. Happy Marvelous Monday to you too. Hi, Dot, Andrew, Angie. So, yeah, thanks, everybody. Idella. Oh, thank you, Idella. When I think of Idella, I think there was an Idella. I'd never heard that name before. I heard it in one of the Hallmark mysteries. Me and Mom watched those together and messenger chat about them. But there was one of the Hallmark mysteries where there was an Idella. I said, I've never heard that name before. Your feet are little. Well, they look little when you were spinning. When you were spinning your yarn, they looked little. So you're still going to be Littlefoot to me, Juanita. How you doing, Dot? Let's see. Ashley, there's hi, Julie. I'll be around 9:30. Okay. Have fun, Ashley. I follow you. I'm sure you'll have birthday pictures. I follow you on IG. Let's see. Hi, G. How you doing? G's been making videos. And there's Nancy, Ray. Who else? Hi, Brian. How you doing? If y'all don't know, Brian is an artist. He does illustrations and comics and characters and a little of everything. And so y'all need to go follow Brian. Go follow Brian. You won't be sorry. I always send y'all the good artists, good people. So go follow Brian. Y'all have time. Go do it right now. So yeah. And there's Andrew saying good morning. Hi, everyone. Yeah, Brian is an awesome artist, very laid back. He does chats from his back porch, and then he does lots of awesome art. And follow him on IG too. He is on IG and he posts quite a bit of art over there. So yeah, good artist to follow. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. Good morning, Janet. How you doing? Hi, Gaga. Let's see, Ashley. Oh, Ashley says, yes, you do. I've never been disappointed. I always send y'all a good artist. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're welcome, Brian. And so, yeah. Well, I'll show y'all, since Brian's probably not going to be interested in this, but I will show what I'm going to be doing for Inktober. One of the girls named it for me, Brian, and anybody else interested. So in Inktober, I'm going to be doing insects. So I have one test done, and one of the girls named it Insectober. So anyway, here's one of my. So this is going to be. I'm going to do 9x9 pieces. So here is like my cover page, if you will. And so, yeah, Insectober. Isn't that an awesome name? So I don't know who else is going to go do Inktober. I know a lot of people don't do it. I do it for myself. This will be my 6th year of doing it. And so far I have completed 31 days for 5 years. So this will be my 6th year. So I'm going to do all insects and Insectober. I love that. Jan named it that. So anyway, yeah. You never finish it, Brian? Okay, yeah. Well, you know, you have to just, if you're an inker, you ink all the time. Whether regular or digitally, you're always doing it. I really only do major inking projects once a year. And I just kind of do it every October to kind of keep my hand in it, I do mostly, portraits, people and pet portraits. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, you can see them over there. But I don't do a lot of inking. So I do put October into doing my inking. Hi, Camilla. You're ready for Lemur Vimber? 30 days of lemurs, Andrew. Ashley's doing Doodletober. Okay, that'll be cool. Make sure you post them on Instagram. Let's see. I stay out of the controversy, Ruth. I don't know, I'm doing Inktober for me. That's my thing. I do Inktober for me. So let's see. Blue Blood. Who else? I know I'm probably missing people coming in. Yeah. See, you just revert to work. And Brian, what are you doing? Since there's not a lot of conventions, Brian does a lot of conventions, and since the virus, he hasn't been able to do them. How are you? Working on that, Brian, just for, conversation. Let's see. Hi, Nash. Michelle. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. So I'm naming this day Dreamsicle, because look, doesn't this look like Dreamsicles? So on Saturday, I worked on filling these sketchbooks, these traveler's notebook. I did finish putting covers on them, and I did finish all but one has something on every page. So they're all ready to go. They're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so Ryan says he's selling commissions mostly make up for it. Do you miss it? Do you miss the travel and the convention and the camaraderie and all that, Brian? Do you miss it? Hi, Patricia. Let's see, who else am I missing? Anybody else pop? It's so nice and cool here today. It's sunny. It's cool. The temperature is, let me look. I'm signing in here on my phone. The temperature is 54 and cool. And I got all my windows open. Yeah, I miss getting out of the house. Yeah. So what's everybody else been working on, doing, arting? Anybody? Bueller? So I just pulled a few things here, and I'll show you a couple of the things that I've been working in my little traveler's notebooks here. I worked on them over the weekend. I did quite a bit on Saturday, and so these obviously are not done. They have room for quotes or words or journaling. But I am working on the backgrounds. As you can see, I'm getting them nice and dreamsicle-y. So this is the one that I had already, I worked in a little bit more over the weekend on individual pages, but I did have something on every one of these pages. And here's one of my, I love this quote. I know I read it every time I open it, but I love Francis Bacon's quotes. So this is one of my favorites. Imagination was given to man to compensate him for what he is not, a sense of humor to console him for what he is. Maybe I'll put that on one of these. So that's this one right here has that much done in it. And then the rest of these that I wanted to work on over the weekend have something on every page. Now, I haven't gotten much further than that, but that was my goal, was to have something on every page of these other four. I have one that is not complete. This one right here. I haven't finished this one. But these, I've got something on every page going and started painting in them. So, yeah, I worked on this one while Gary Shipman was in the show. He stopped in for the last hour. So on Saturday, if y'all missed the Saturday stream, Gary came in and worked on a Titan page the last hour. And, yeah, so I worked on in this one. And then again, I have something on every page in these. So they're ready to make beautiful paintings in, or quotes, or whatever. You watched me on Saturday, Idella? I was afraid to rip up. Yeah, no, it is freeing, isn't it? I'm glad you broke through that barrier and ripped up papers. So today that's what we're going to do. I have some 12 by 12 pages done here so that I could do some bigger pages and add bigger quotes or more more stuff on them. But this is what it looks like when you first start. Whoops, sorry, I bumped the camera. It looks like this. Okay, so here, and I'm going to show you the different stages. Oh, thank you, Mrs., for the $4 super sticker. Thank you so much. Let me write you down because y'all know I send out thank yous to everybody that either super chats me or PayPal tips jar me. I am working on getting a post office box this week, so I will post that in the description box probably the end of this week. Thank you, Mrs., for the $4 super chat. And I will put you on my October list. I send out thank yous once a month. So thank you for supporting the channel, Mrs. or MRS, whichever one you prefer to be called. So it could just be initials, you know. Hi, Bacola. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah. Well, I think I've sent Mrs. something, so I didn't even ask for her address. But yeah, if you do super chat or tip jar me, guys, if you tip PayPal, tip jar me, leave your address in the description box on PayPal, and or email me right there where Pacola put my email. So I can send you something. Hi, Karina. Thank you, Julie. Y'all are so sweet. I love my mods. And I do send my mods something every month too. I try to. Try to remember to send them something. You know, they all need a raise. I'm telling you, they all need a raise. So anytime you have good mods on either my channel or other channels, anytime you see a good mod, make sure you thank the mods. Seriously, you don't know how hard it would be to stream consistently without them. So, hi Barbara. So that's what we're going to do today. So I thought I would do some bigger ones just so you could see it better, but it's the same kind of process that I'm doing in, you know, the other the smaller page, the smaller books, right? And sometimes there's just more paint. Sometimes there's more white. And these are going to be done really with kind of a whitewash effect, but you can do it both ways. So whichever way you like, you can do lots more dark color, because y'all know most of the time I do my collaging with a lot of outer space. And by the way, I did post, let me show you my 2 posters I'm working on. I did post my Garden of Eden poster on Instagram. So, and it's going to flash out because I'm so zoomed in. But I did post my Garden of Eden poster on Instagram, so you can see it there in more detail. And then I am still working on this one again, guys. It's going to flash out because I'm so zoomed in, but you can see. So a lot of times my collages are dark, although this one's not as dark. A lot of times I'll just have dark outer space. But today I thought, well, let's do some dreamsicles. Let's do some light color ones. So that's what we're going to do today. So hope y'all will enjoy it. So is there anything else going on? I know, Ange, right? They do. They are awesome. So and yeah, thanks, Ray. They are. Okay, so if y'all are ready to get started, I did pull some different things to work on, but again, it's kind of, I'm trying to make it so that it's easy to follow. You know, when I'm working in these and I'm going through them real quick, you know, sometimes it is a little hard to follow, but I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do them so you can, so that you can follow them easy. All right, so here are 2, and I did pull a bunch of my Janet planets. I think Janet and I forget who was the other. Was it Riri? Somebody else sent me some punched out planets. So I did pull a bunch of my planets. Just because, you know. So the idea, and again, it doesn't matter what size. Like I said, I've done some. Here's some 12 by 12 ones. These will go in my 12 by 12 journal. But then if you want to do the small, you know, a smaller size for a TN, you can do 8.5 by 11. You can do them in a square sketchbook. You can do these kind of things in any, and they do kind of, you know, wrinkle on the edges, but you can fold them back if they flatten back out. Depending on what, you know, what size you want to do. I'm going to do these kind of big so you can kind of see them. So you can use, I think maybe I'll just show a start of one. So this is just some 12 by 12 cardstock. And we'll put some quotes and flowers and butterflies and some other things just to make it, just to make them pretty. So I'm going to show you some different stages. So usually I start out with collaging some either pretty papers or, just any torn out magazines. And that's what I did in these. These you saw, I started out, look, it's just some pretty papers. And this is how they start. They just start with, some pretty torn papers. And then, so that's the first stage, is finding the papers you like. I just have a couple things here. Let's see, what do I want to pull? I just pull some papers. I think I might have enough just right here. You can pull, I mean, a lot of us have pretty papers, or, you can pull them out of magazines. And usually when I do these smaller ones, I pull them out of magazines because they're littler. Although this one right here is a scrap paper or a decorative paper, but a lot of these are just right out of a magazine, torn up pretty papers. So let's see here. Maybe we'll go with kind of the same color family we've been going with. And you can glue with different ways to glue. If when I glue collage on the posters, my abandoned books, anything I'm going to varnish, I use my golden matte medium. When I'm doing something in these TNs or something like that, or something like I'm going to show you here, I'm just going to use a glue stick. For one, a glue stick's a dry glue, so it's not going to wrinkle. I don't know that depending on the thickness of your paper, you might have to, use a tacky glue on some edges or some corners because it can curl, although that can be a cool look as well. But so whatever glue you want, but I think it's just easier to have a flat piece if you have a glue stick. Okay, so I think that'll probably be enough to start. So if I glue these down, and you just play with it, look, put it down how you want, because you're going to cover the majority of it up. You're going to cover a lot of it up with a base of some, I'm going to, in this case, with some white paint, just white. I'm going to use everything as simple as I can. I'm going to use white acrylic paint to scrape on to start with. Then when we go into adding some other colors in there, so you can see the white underneath, okay? I scribbled some, I use these Jane Davenport ones, but I know you can't get these anymore, but you can use Neo Color 2. Make sure you get Neo Color 2 water-soluble crayons. Neo Color 1s are not water-soluble. So these are water-soluble. Your Woodies that you can get these on Amazon. The Woodies are. I got these at Michael's. They're art crayons. They're water-soluble. I only have 2 of these. I just bought them to test them, and they work fine. Or you can just use watercolor. You don't have to have the sticks. You can use watercolor and white paint. Okay, so you can put down the watercolor in splotchy areas and then use your white paint to soften it and make it opaque. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Some Big Jerk. How's it going? Hi, Janice. Let's see. And Some Big Jerk is not a troll. So just FYI. People get, you get some weird names and people go, oh, that's a troll, but Some Big Jerk's not a troll. Oh, is it? And hasn't been so far. Okay, so we're going to start with just going ahead and gluing these down. And I just use, you can use whatever glue stick. The Yoo-Hoo glue sticks are the best, but I just have these handy, these Avery ones. So any questions or anything yet? Don't forget Janet streams at 1. And I need to squeeze in a walk sometime today, and I've got to go to the post office. If I don't make it to the post office today, I'll get there tomorrow. But I don't like to miss Janet's show. I'll probably squeeze in a walk at lunch, watch a couple hours of Janet, and then run to the post office. So, because I do have a stack of mail ready to go. It's all stacked up and ready to go. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, you've been here enough times. We know you're not a troll. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start sticking things down. And again, I am generous with the glue because you know, you do want it stuck down really well. Whoops, this one's almost out, so it's falling out. I need to get another one out. Oh, and the other thing you want is baby wipes. Kind of keep your hands clean. Make sure everything's not, you know, random gluey stuff everywhere. And Laura's laughing at some big jerk, I think. So I'm just going to start with this. And again, if y'all weren't here on Saturday, we did a lot of this in the TNs. So, and if you don't have pretty scrapbook papers like this, trust me, there are plenty of pretty papers that you can tear up in magazines. All of these, except for maybe those feather page, but all these papers are just little pieces of magazines. So, okay, let's see. What else did I have here? Did I have this? I have this. I thought I had a couple little pieces. Did I move them around? We'll just go with this. Okay. I had something different, but I don't see it moved away. Okay, so we'll just go with this. All right, just to have some color. Hi, Elaine. How you doing? All right. So you can add other things at this stage if you want to. You know, I do have these little planets that are from Jan. I call them planets. From Janet and from, I think, Riri. I forget who else sent me some of these. But you can add some other little things around now. Or after you do a bunch of the, you know, background, like at this stage, then you can start adding other flowers and quotes and other things. I'm thinking I want to maybe do a quote in white Posca on this, but you can also do it. I pulled a few different things. I pulled some stickers, but you can also just write your quote on another piece of paper to glue it on. And there's just lots of ways you can do it. Let's see. Danita, welcome. First time live. Thank you. You're welcome, Danita. Oil Junkies. So you must be an oil painter, Danita. I'll have to go find your channel later. Let's see. So Elaine. Yes, Janice trademark. Janet's Planets. Yeah. And it just sounds just so good, doesn't it? Janet's Planets. Okay, so I might pick a few things out of here just to add a little bit more. Now, some of these are a little thicker. You might want to glue these down with the tacky glue, because a glue stick sometimes, you know, these are depending. Some of these are thin, some are thick. But if they're kind of thicker, you probably want to make sure you have a heavier glue to make sure it, you know, isn't curling up on the edges and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few of these just around, just to show you some different variety. And again, it doesn't matter what size of paper. This is a 12 by 12. You can do 8.5 by 11. You could do it in a sketchbook 8 by 8. You can do it in your traveler's notebooks. You know, and I've shown y'all. Let me pull one real quick because just in case. Well, let me finish this. You know, you can do the same thing in a sketchbook. Okay, you can do the same thing in a sketchbook. I've got a couple of different sizes of what do you call it? Arteza sketchbooks. That I've done the same thing as I did in the TNs, the traveler's notebooks. So let me show you here. Well, that's sitting for just a second. So here's two regular sketchbooks that I've done all the same kind of thing that I've done in the TNs, except now they have gone one step further. they've gone to the step where I've added more paint and blending to them. I'm just going to do a quick flip while I'm reading chat, just a flip. I'm not going to talk about it, but you can see. They're at different stages. Again, I don't mind skipping around on different pages, working on different pages at different times, and going back and forth between pages because they're my pages. You know, I can take my time and work on one here, one there, just depending on what I want to do. And so, yeah, I don't know why do I have that in there? I don't know. But anyway, so you can just, you know, keep going. So these are at one stage beyond, you know, they're more to this stage, except with a little bit more added on. And then I'll go back in again, do more painting on them, blending, and turn them into little worlds. There's a couple in here that are further along that you can see the progression of. But I'll just, whatever I feel like working in when I have a break, whenever I have a couple minutes, I say, I just want to blend something. I just, you know, maybe blend a little world, make a little world. This one's a little further along. And of course, y'all know I love science fiction. So I do a lot of, you know, space, time, portals, doors, that kind of thing. So, but these, just to show you that you can work in a journal. It doesn't have to be on an individual page. Here where I painted the lemur in. There you go. Some big jerk. I painted a lemur there. I Fly Fox Pro is another one that streams, does a lot of live streaming with his Mrs. Vixen. And so here's one that's a little further along. And I'll just, like, this one has a lot of stickers on it. Well, I'll paint those in. So you can fussy cut them out, you know, if you want, or you can just paint them in. That's usually what I do. I'll paint them in. So, okay. So there's one, you know, this one's, I think 8.5 by 8.5. And these are the Arteza ones, or some say Arteza. And then this is the same thing. It's another Arteza, but just smaller. Again, I painted another lemur. So just so you can kind of see where you can go with your pages. Different stages. Some are more blended. Some have more stuff on them. We did a couple of little things on this one last week. And so... And just, you know, don't be afraid to work in your books. You know, they're your books. You can do what you want. You can show them to others. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But you need to have some kind of a creative outlet where you're able just to do whatever you want. Here's one that's blended out more, to do whatever you want. And then, you know, y'all have seen my abandoned books and my big collages and stuff. So, you know, it's because I've done like hundreds of these that I can, you know, kind of quickly do bigger pieces or more finished pieces. But, you know, because I practice like this, I match, you know, figure out colors. And y'all seen, I've done enough art journals. If y'all haven't seen, I have playlists for art journals and mixed media, collage. I have playlists for all those. Okay. All right, so now back to this. So we've got these glued down. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you, and again, I'm doing the Dreamsicle kind of look. So it's like real blendy, but you don't have to do this blendy. You can keep it scrapey, you can keep it messy, you can keep it painty. So here's two that I've just gone a little further with, but this is the ugly stage. You got to work past the uglies, as Paula used to say. You know, so you have to do that. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is pour me out. Let me move some of my Janet planets. And I think, like I said, I think Riri sent some too. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. So, and also, guys, put it in caps if you're talking to me. because I won't think you're yelling at me. Oh, what do you do with the books when they're done? I keep them. I've got hundreds, Susan. I keep them for ideas, for inspiration, for color ideas, and just because I like making them. Not everything has to have, not everything you make has to, be for sale or something. A lot of things you can just make for the pleasure and beauty of making them. It doesn't have to be for something. But I do have quite a few of them that I don't know what I'm going to do with them eventually, because I literally have hundreds of sketchbooks, art journals, and things like that. Shelves and shelves and shelves. So, yeah, she keeps them. Yeah, and I love to inspire you guys. I like to show how to do different things, and so if you're getting the benefit out of learning how to do something, then that makes me happy. Again, you're going to need baby wipes, because that's usually what I clean my brush with as I'm going, rather than clean it in water between every color. I just wipe it off and keep rolling. Now, eventually you're going to have to clean your brush because it's going to start getting crunchy. I mean, it's going to build up, but you can keep cleaning your brush on a baby wipe throughout the process. No. Oh, good. I'm glad. See, right there. There's a reason right there. I lessened your guilt about having them. Susan, there you go. Feels no guilt over your art journaling. Oh my gosh. Okay. And guys, don't forget, put it in caps if you're talking to me. Okay. So now the first thing I'm going to do is take a palette knife, and this is just a plastic one. Doesn't matter. Whatever kind you have, and you don't have to have one. It just makes it more textury and more, less perfect if you, do it with, a palette knife. Now, again, this is the whitewashing one. You can also do it with colors. And usually when I do a color application in something like this, like y'all have seen, I'll just dip my fingers in 2 or 3 colors and start smearing it in. So, but this is a way to get, and you can either use, this is just white acrylic paint, but you can use gesso, either one. You're just getting some white paint and or gesso in areas where you can start making this background. All right, and it is pretty thick. It is pretty thick. So when I hit it with the heat gun, it's going to take a minute to dry, but it's just so, just kind of move it around. Just put it wherever you think it needs a little blending. I'm just kind of trying to blend everything together. Make it all kind of cohesive like this with the white paint. And I do want some along the edges because we're going to add watercolor or water-soluble mediums on there. Okay, so you see how it's already starting to look like one cohesive thing? And you can just keep adding as much as you want. Do not be afraid to cover up. Don't be afraid that you're going to, I can't cover up any of that. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, by the time I get done with the page here, there's probably not much of that left. There's a little bit here, there. The rest is all paint. It's all covered up. But what the little images will do is it'll give you a direction, right? This one, I just went crazy with the white Posca and made a whole bunch of feather trees. It's just right on top of everything, I just started doodling feather trees while I was talking with Gary on Saturday and just kept going and going and going. Is it my favorite page? Not really, but it was fun to do. So, yeah, all my paint palettes for acrylic paint are just coffee lids. They're just Folger coffee lids. Now, if you're using watercolor, when you are using watercolor, you do need either a porcelain tray, a palette, a white palette, or at the very least, a piece of like packaging plastic with a piece of white cardstock or something underneath. You need white with the translucent watercolors. You can't put watercolor on a black background. You won't be able to see the color. But with acrylic paint, you can see the color. And I just keep piling up. I've got, I used to literally have, I don't know, 6 feet of these till Denise made me throw them all away. And so now I try to keep, I have a few more than this, but I literally try to keep it down to this many, because I don't need 6 feet of, coffee lids. Thank you, Elaine. You need a diversion from making art journals? What kind of art journals are you making? You mean actually making the books themselves or just working in them? All right, so while I'm reading chat, I get my heat gun. Yes, my 25-year-old heat gun. And and bless its heart, it's still working. Denise doesn't play. No, she doesn't, Julie. She's ruthless. She's a ruthless declutterer. Hi, Val. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad. It's okay. You know, it's just a little doodle page. So, Elaine, are you making journals? And it does warp a little. You can turn it over and kind of dry on the back. That helps flatten it. But I never care if my pages get a little wonky. It is cardstock, but at the same time, it can, you know, buckle a little. It just doesn't bother me. But, you know, that's mixed media. Let me try to smooth some of this out to get it to dry faster. And you really want this dry before you start scribbling sticks. Some of them, it may not matter, but I'd make sure this is 100% dry before I took my Neo Color 2 Caran d'Ache crayons to it. But, you know, your Woodies or, you know, some of these other ones, I don't know that it really matters that you might get a little gesso or paint on it. But, you know, be aware that you don't want to ruin your, you know, materials. Oh, I'm making some, right now I'm doing some backgrounds. I'm calling them Dreamsicles because that's what they remind me of. And then we can do more, whatever we want on top. We can, you know, put quotes, flowers, pictures. You can do whatever you want. This is more of a scrapbook size, but I wanted to do a big size so you could see it. On Saturday, I worked in the smaller journals like this with, and these have mostly magazine images in them. But, you know, and then here's this one's kind of my nature faith journal one. So it's got, you know, quotes and this here. This is like one not done. This is one that needs the watercolor treatment, right? So you can see this is where we're headed. We're headed to something like this. And then we go from this to this and then to something like this. It just depends on how much you want to add, right? What you want to do. So, okay, so let's see now. And again, I've just been using these Jane Davenport water-soluble crayons, but you can use any kind of water-soluble crayons you have or just watercolor. You can just use watercolor. All right, so I'm going to see. Let's take some blues, some kind of purpley blues. And see, look, see some of the gesso's not dry yet. Oh, this one just fell out. Let's put this back in. Okay, there we go. Let's put it back in. Okay, so there, and I will wipe that gesso off because I don't want to ruin the crayon. All right, then let's add maybe a little bit of light blue. And if you don't have the crayons, again, you can use watercolor. But what you got to do is use watercolor and then like have your watercolor here and then mix it with your white paint or gesso. Now, don't put your white paint in. Don't put your white paint into your watercolors. Do it the other way. Okay, so let's see, maybe a little orange there. And a little there. And then some pink. Okay, I think that's enough for now. You can always add more. You can always keep adding. Now, this is a part that does take a minute. I'm not going to lie. This part does take a minute. So now I'm going to just use like a brush like this, and I use it. I really scruffy it. These are just acrylic cheap craft brushes. All my brushes, my nice expensive brushes that I used to use for either oil painting, which I don't do any of that anymore, and a few of my more expensive watercolor brushes. They're in a separate place, so they don't get mixed up with, these are all just, craft brushes. You buy them in packs. So you don't have to be precious with them. Okay, so now I'm going to have a little bit of water here. I'm going to put a little bit of water in a little tub here, or my juice lid, my cranberry juice. Hi, Molly. Anybody else popping in I missed? Thanks, everybody. Okay, so now you can kind of start with a few different ways. You can start with just water if you want. And you need some baby wipes because you're going to be cleaning your brush constantly. So for instance, when you start moving this orange, you don't want to, without cleaning the brush, go into the blue because you're going to make brown. So what you have to do is clean your brush in between. Okay. So now I'm going in over here in the pink. So you can start first off just by getting it wet with some water and just moving stuff around like this. Or you can go ahead and go directly into some white paint and start blending in even lighter. I kind of like to do both. I kind of like to go back and forth. So I might be, and see, I'm constantly cleaning my brush. Okay. So let's go over here to the orange, back to the pink. Because a lot of this is going to get faded out with the white paint. But if you want to first, put down, just water down your scribbles, you can do that first. Just keep cleaning your brush off because you're going to make brown real fast. If you get into other colors, you want to keep your colors as like bright as you can. Okay, so you'll see how we're working it there. We're working it. Thanks, Val. All right, so now I'm going to go over here to the light blue. Now remember, this is all still wet, so you got to be careful when you go up against the other colors. And the more you do it, like you know that this blue and pink, it's okay. That's going to make a purple, but you don't want to do blue and orange. That's going to make brown. Okay, so but you can always just go back over it with some white paint, right? So just kind of take your time, go around. See how it's kind of just making it a soft watercolory look? That's why I call it a dreamsicle, because it reminds me of the dreamsicle popsicles we had as kids. I see. So I'm cleaning off that blue before I touch that pink right there, so it doesn't just get all muddy. So you can just soften it. So you can do it a couple, like I said, you can do this a couple ways. You can go directly with just water and start blending out, or just add watercolor, right? Just add watercolor to it directly. But when you start using your white paint and or gesso, you don't want that to get in your watercolors. You don't want that inside your watercolor itself. So if you have any questions, put it in caps. Now my water's starting to turn a little blue, so I'm going to empty that in the trash and get a little bit kind of clean water. So essentially what I'm doing is covering up all those white scraped bits. You can still see little bits of it through. And I just decided I'll do something a little bigger so that it's easy to see. See that? Doesn't this just make you happy just looking at it? Okay, clean that off so I can smooth some of that out. Okay, so now we've got an initial bright background. Okay, now what I can do here is with a little bit of water and a little bit of white paint, depending, you'll start to tell how much water, how much paint. And I usually, the easiest way I think to explain how to do it is start on the outside edge. Start on the outside so you can add more. And I keep cleaning my brush so that and this is water soluble, right? That's water soluble. So it's going to move with the white paint. Okay, so you got to keep cleaning your brush if you want a light, nice, bright colors. And then after this dries, if you want it whiter, then when this is dry, because the acrylic's not going to move. Once you add the acrylic paint will not move. It's just the water-soluble part that's going to move. And once you mix it with the white paint, it's not going to move again, okay? So be aware of that. Once you start adding your acrylic paint, that is not going to move again. Hi, Tina. Hi, Patricia. I said hi to Patricia. Anybody else I missed? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of keep going around. And it does take, this does take a few minutes. And if you need more color, you can always add more. You can add more stick. Like, for instance, if you got it too white and it's not moving because you've added the white paint, then you can just go back in there and add some more on top of it. Okay, so you can just keep on blending and making your dreamsicle. You get too much, while it's still wet, you can wipe it back. But again, once you add the white acrylic paint and mix it with the watercolor medium, you can't move it again. So you'll just, if you want it brighter again, or a bright area, or more color in an area, you'll have to go back. You'll have to go back with more watercolor. Hi, Tracy. And my baby wipes is starting to get dry, so I'm probably going to have to get another one here in a minute. So I'm just taking my time and, okay, that's getting a little orange there. Let's need a little bit more water. You can kind of water it down, especially if it sits here for a while and starts to dry. So y'all see how it's working? And then, we all have different ideas of what we like in our art journal. Quotes, verses, just some collage bits. I've got my book of collage papers here to add some collage cutouts. I got stickers here to add if you want to add stickers for a quote, or I want to try to do a white, like right with the Posca on one of these. So a quote or something. So something like that. It's just, whatever you like to put on any of your backgrounds in your art journals. I just wanted to make a bigger one today. You could do your smash booking, yes, just 12 by 12 white cardstock. Hobby Lobby had it on sale a couple weeks ago. I think it was 100 sheets for 50%. Well, it was 50% off. Normally, I think it's normally $10. So I got it for like $5 for 100 sheets. And Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, they all have those sales all the time. If you rather work on 8.5 by 11, they also have that. Let me get a sip of my juice. Hi, Devin. Devin just had a video up. Was it over the weekend, Devin? Some jelly plating in a composition book. Am I right? Was that the last video you had up? I'll wait and see what she says. Wait and see what she says. Hi, Carla. Yesterday. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was yesterday or just sometime over the weekend. So Carla is doing, we all have done jelly plating. But Carla took her composition book and jelly plated directly into her composition book. You know what? The whole time I was watching, I was thinking, Devin, I'd made this composition book where I glued 4 composition books together. I said, if I send this to you, Devin, will you jelly plate all these papers for me? I said, I wonder if she jelly plate all those pages for me, because I would love. Wouldn't that be awesome to have all those pages jelly plated? Hi, Artful Esther. I said hi to Tracy. I know I'm probably missing people coming in. I'm not missing you on purpose. Make sure you put it in caps if you ask me the question. Oh. All right, so you can see how we've gotten that far. Let me get a couple fresh baby wipes here. But anyway, if you want to see, and her pages look really unique. Devin Rex, her pages look real unique. So if you want to see some cool, unique, now I'm going to go back here and lighten some of this up. Now that this is pretty much dry, you can hit it with the heat gun, but now this down here is pretty dry. It doesn't take long to dry because it's pretty thin. Devin's pages look really unique. The way she did it. And did you do, what was it, Devin? Need a little spot of water here. Some kind of an image transfer. I didn't see how you did it. I just saw that you did some kind of an image transfer onto it. That looked really cool. Yeah, thank you, Pacola. There's a link to Devin's channel. I know, wasn't it? Oh, no, I would like to have them done. I don't want to have to do a whole comp book full. Look, I just spent all day Saturday putting something on all these pages, just gluing. I can't imagine doing a whole comp, but well, yeah, I can. I can imagine it. But it did. Well, those were real cool. Maybe you should do or have you, Devin, done a video tutorial on how to do that? Because that was really cool. I think I've seen somebody else talk about it. I don't know that I've ever seen it actually done. I've seen a couple pages that have image transfers on them, but not via a jelly plate like you were doing. It was real cool, Devin. You should do a video on it. Did I paint the background? Is this? No, it is paper, Artful Esther. Here, let me show you the one that's, all right, so like this. See those roses? That's all paper. And then we scraped over white paint. Then we scribbled on a water-soluble. You don't have to have the sticks or anything scribbly. You can just use watercolor itself on top of the white paint. And now we're taking the white paint and the watercolor and blending them together. It's paper. It's all paper. Like here, where's it? Here. Okay. But you can also just use magazine images. You can just use bits of magazine and then paint it in. Okay. You have all this stuff at hand. I'm telling you, most of this, we have here is white cardstock, magazine, and you can combine it with scrapbook papers, pretty decorative papers, leftover wrapping paper, any kind of pretty papers. Well, it don't even have to be pretty. Any kind of papers. And then I scraped on the white paint over it. And then after that's dry, when you have to let that dry, either with a heat gun or air dry, then you go back in with either a water soluble stick or watercolor on top of the dried white paint. And now I'm taking the same white paint, some watered down and some more concentrated, and blending it all in. So we're at this stage now, but I've shown all the stages before you got in here, so you can go back and watch it. You haven't done an actual tutorial? Well, girl, you need to do one. That would be a good one. When y'all like to see an image transfer tutorial on a jelly plate? Okay, so it gets too light, you can either knock it back, or again, after, make sure it's dry, you can go back in with more of your stick on top. Or let's just do that just to show you. All right, let me dry. Yeah, scribble sticks. Yeah, scribble sticks, gelatos. I have these Jane Davenport ones, Neo Color too. And if you don't have any of these, and you can just go directly with watercolor. Okay, you can just get your white acrylic paint or gesso down, and then just add watercolor on top, and then kind of blend it out with white paint. But don't get your white paint in the watercolor and your watercolor palettes or whatever. Okay, so now that I've dried that, and let's just say, well, I want some brighter areas. Let's go back. Let's add a little bit more blue. Okay, you can just brighten it up. Norma was a guest on Kay Burke's quite a while back and gave some awesome tips on magazine. Oh, okay. I knew that Norma was on Kathy's, but I didn't know that that's what she was doing. So we can credit Norma with all this. Okay, I'll have to go try to watch it, but do another one. Do it your way. Do another one, Devin. We'll watch more than one technique. You know what I mean? All right, so add a little bit more there. And then maybe a little more orange. I'm just doing this to show you that you can brighten it up again. But again, remember when you do this that you want to clean your brush in between, because you don't want to get these muddied. So, all right, now I got my water here. And you can do it both ways. You can go straight with the water to move it around. Or you can go ahead and go ahead directly with the white and move that around with the white. But keep cleaning your brush so you don't get it muddy. Keep it vibrant, because it'll get muddy real quick if you don't clean your brush off. Okay. Yeah, I like them too, Julie, but anything will do. Neil colors, or just plain watercolor. But you want to kind of take your time with this, and don't, just move it around till you like it. Clarissa, I love Chihuly. He's from Tacoma. Yeah, I used every bit of that paper, Kalora. She sent me. Which book did I put it in? Is it this one? I used every piece of that Chihuly along with some other stained glass. So you can see I used every bit of that Chihuly that you sent me. Okay, so I'm just using water here. You see how I can get it vibrant? Vibrant. I can get it vibrant again. But when you start getting next to the orange and the blue, be careful. You'll make brown. Again, um, once you add water to it, what's moving here is my fresh scribbles. Once you add the white paint to it, then it's no longer water soluble. You won't be able to move it once you have the white paint or gesso in there, because you've kind of, you've made it into like an acrylic after that. And just keep cleaning and blending. You want to feather it out. I mean, you can just do this for hours. It's just so chill. It's so chill to do it. Okay, so let's get some of this pink in here. But again, I'm being cautious of not, getting, like I said, the pink and purple here can be okay to blend, but you start getting into the blue, purple, and the orange, you're going to have brown. So kind of be careful when you're moving them around. Maybe add some white over here. Constantly cleaning my brush. But yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the Norma with Kathy video. I know she was on there, but I don't know. I wasn't there that day. But I'll have to go back and watch that. Sounds good. Oh, let's see. Cora says if you want more. Oh, oh, okay. That's so sweet, Cora. Yeah, I filled up that book. All of these except the one. Now, the glass one, that's all full. These are all full of something on every page except this. And this is just, I don't know what I started with in here. What did I start with this one? Don't glue your pages together. Some in the front and some in the back. So I've got a few pages started in here, but I've got a lot more to do in here. But I got the one with the glass and the stained glass. I did fill that one up. But thank you. Yeah, I love Chihuly. I've seen some of his pieces at our Atlanta Botanical Garden some years ago. I think he still has a piece there that stays there all the time. A piece or two. But I said this the last time I talked about him. Maybe it was Saturday. I don't know. There's a documentary, or probably more than one, but there's a couple of good, you can probably find on YouTube, documentary on Chihuly, his process, the people he works with, how he does his exhibitions and all that. Yeah, I started with just scrap paper, and in the case of these, this is like just a little magazine, little pieces of magazine or scrap papers, just anything. Okay, all right, let's add a little bit of water to this. Okay. So you can see it. You can make it as vibrant as you want. Did you make those books? No, those books were traveler notebooks, the brown covers. Here, I think I have one over. They look like this, and they come with different kinds of paper. This one has grid paper. They have line paper, blank paper, grid paper. There's all kinds of papers, but there's your standard traveler's notebook. This one was made by, looks like Apple Pig. So, but you can get them on Amazon or anywhere really. They're just traveler. Even though Traveler's Notebooks is like a trademark type, but they're just like Traveler's Notebook inserts. Just look for like Traveler's Notebook inserts. And they're usually a standard size. Maybe they're a little quarter-inch difference. So you want to, if you have the cover, like all these that I made right here, they're all going to go into my Naked Cow that Miss Vicky B sent me. There's just a couple of a plastic sleeve and a cardboard sleeve in here, but all these that I just made, they're all going in my Naked Cow. So look, let me see. All these right here. Hopefully that other Faith one will go in here too, but for now these are the ones that are going to go in here. See, these are going to go in, and the leather will start to soften the more you use it. So of course I have a clip here that's not making it better. So, and then I don't want to get my journal over here, but let me show you another one. This one is this is like the official Traveler's Notebook one, leather one, and you can see, look how worn and loved that one is. Yes, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, they all have inserts. You just got to make sure that you measure your book and whatever size you're using, you want them to fit in the book you're using. Okay. But I love this one too. And I might put my Faith and Nature one in this one, because I've got a couple other things in there. So that may go in this one. I switch them out all the time. I have my Jane Davenport ones. I've got I've got ones I write in, like this one is just one of the I think this is like a Hobby Lobby or Michael's one. See, this one I write in. There's no real art journaling in this one, although I might stick a sticker or something in there. This one's for writing in. And then I have a little Jane. This didn't come with this. This is just the little Jane charm. But so I've got tons of different ones for different purposes. Different ones for different purposes. All right, so let's keep rolling here. All right, so now I'm going to just start lightening it up. And when you want to start blending and lightening, so I've got my white paint here, but you can kind of start to water it down so that you can soften it with like a wash. And just take your time, take your time and blend. And I think the easiest way is just to go around the edges. That just seems to be the most easiest way to kind of bring it in, is start on the edges. But keep cleaning your brush, so you don't blend in a bunch of leftover water color. See how it looks dreamy? Dreamsicle. Hi, Debbie. I know, isn't that Naked Cow awesome? Miss Vicky B sent that to me. And if y'all did not see, we had Miss Vicky B, Janet and I had her on our guest show on Thursday. So I do have a video up from last Thursday where Janet and I hosted having Miss Vicky B on our guest Thursday. And if y'all don't know, Janet and I started doing a Thursday show, Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, where we'll have a guest on. So I stream every Monday and Wednesday, and then like this last week, I did an impromptu Saturday. But I stream every Monday and Wednesday, and then on Thursdays at 10, my regular show, this one and Wednesday, is at 9. But the Thursday show is on at 10 Eastern, and Janet and I have a guest on. So we're trying to do a guest every week. Yes, and like Janet just said here, she said she's going to come back on. She taught. Oh, wait, sorry, clicked the wrong one. We talked planners with Miss Vicky B, and she showed tons of her planners and how she sketches in all her planners. If y'all missed it, I'm telling you, if you are a planner person, or even if you just like sketchbooks and sketching and doodling and drawing in your books, she showed tons of her planners. And so go back and watch that from last Thursday. And so she says she's going to come back on and do a pen show, a writing pen, fountain pen, different kind of pens. She's going to do another show with us and do pens. And I know Janet, we're going to have to put a seatbelt on Janet on pen day. So Janet says she doesn't like chunky books. Some people do, some don't, But so Devin, you're saying I shouldn't send you my 4 composition books? Oh, do you feel that? Do you feel that wind coming through and hear that wind? So nice to have the window open and the fall breezes coming in. And keep cleaning off, and then they start loading up with paint, so you need to get a clean one and keep your brush clean. Deli plating, a whole 4 composition books. Is that too chunky? Yeah, she spins. I know. She'll love that. Janet says, one of my TN covers has 9 inserts, but I whittled it down to much more manageable 6. I put the other 3 in another cover. Yeah, it's so easy to fill it, right? It's so easy, especially when you start journaling and adding things. Now, Janet's more of a writing and doodling and drawing in her books. But if you start adding things into it, they can start getting chunky real quick. All right, so you can kind of see that it needs a little bit more blending over on this side. Maybe a little orange, more orange there. I just had some orange acrylic paint sitting there. So let's just go ahead and add a little bit of orange acrylic paint. And again, you can also just use you can just use watered down acrylic paint if you don't have watercolor stuff. So you can just water down your acrylic paint or add the white to the acrylic paint. See right there? You can just add the white to the acrylic paint and use that too. Okay, so let's just maybe add a little bit more orange kind of in here. So did anybody do anything fun or interesting over the weekend that y'all want to share? Feel free. Now that it's starting to get cool again, I want to get back into more regular walking. When it's 95 degrees and 100% humidity in Atlanta, you don't get as much walking done. I think it might need just a touch down here. And you just keep blending and, playing with the colors till you get it however you want. Keep a little bit of light areas, makes it have a little more depth. A Victorian Colorathon. Tracy, who hosted that. So if anybody wants to go, they can go watch the videos. Who hosted it so they can start at the beginning is what I mean. Or was it a hop? Or was it just everybody colored and posted? Or was it an actual YouTube hop? Yeah. Jane, yeah. I streamed for 6 hours on Saturday. I just woke up and wanted to work in those TNs. And I said, well, I'll just turn the camera on. So Put on by Coloring with Vicky. Okay, thanks, Tracy. So y'all can go look for Coloring with Vicky if you want to find the colorathon that went on over the weekend. So bye, Colora. I just saw she was leaving. Bye. And again, I keep it sitting here because it's so cute. I love it. Here's my little Becky Colora pencil graphite drawing that Becky did of me. I love it. And it is posted on my Instagram and her Instagram if you want to see it more close up. So yeah, I have it sitting right here. Oh, thank you, Pacola. There's Coloring with Vicky's channel. Yeah, just look up Coloring with Vicky, you'll find it. So, all right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside. I did this one before the show and this one before the show, just to show you some different, and this again, this one could have some more. Let's just work on all of them at once. This one could have a little more oomph to it. So you can just put some down and then go in with a little water and blend this, make it a little more vibrant in areas. Keep cleaning your brush so you keep your colors vibrant. It's very relaxing. Very relaxing. I got to deliver the restored carrot. Oh, did you? She cried. Where's that picture again, Vicky? I mean, Julie. Where is it? Is it on? Where did you sent it to me, or showed it to me, and I showed it here? Where did you show it to me? Or have you posted it on IG yet? Since you gave it to her, I want to show everybody. So Julie Topaz restored a carousel, and she gave it to, was it your aunt? And she cried. Made my eyes leak a bit. Where's the picture, Julie's, again, so I can show it? I'll show it here. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm waiting on Julie. Send it to me on Twitter. Okay. Like now or way back? I don't know if I'm gonna let's see. Let me just go to Twitter and look you up and your media. I can probably find it that way. Okay, hang on. Hang on, guys. Let me look up Julie. Go to her media because it wasn't that long ago. So I'll just scroll through her media. It'll be right here somewhere. Let's see. Well, I forget she posts thousands of art journal pages. Hang on. I'll roll back. How far back was it, Julie? Oh my gosh, I'm back into January. I don't think it was that far back, was it? How far back did you post it? Okay, I know it doesn't go back this far. I'm back in January now. It wasn't that far back. All right, I'm not finding it, Julie. In a DM. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, let's go to the DMs. Ah, there it is. Thank you, Julie. Okay, so here is what it looked like before. Let's see if I can so you can see this is what it looked like before. The carousel horse. All right. And then this is what it looked like. Come on. This is what it looked like after she restored it. Look at this, guys. No, there's a glare. There we go. Is that amazing? Look at that. Such an awesome job. I got it, Janet. Unless you're talking about something different. I know. Isn't that amazing? Such a good job. So she cried and you kind of cried too. I know. What did she say? Tell us.
Good morning.
Uh-oh. No, Siri, I don't want you. What did she say, Julie? I'm going to keep blending while you talk. She spins, says, Janet, put that credit card down now. I don't think that one's for sale. She gave that one. I think it was her aunt. Is that right, Julie? Passion project for sure. So I'm just going to kind of go around this real quick. And then I wanted to show, how you can do different things. You can you can do words, you can do quotes. And with stickers, you can write directly on your page. You can write on another page and then stick it to this page. Well, you don't wish, Jane. Do it. Don't be a wishing, be a doing. Don't be a wishing, be a doing. Oh, okay. So so Janet's going to need to do a carousel horse. I see. Julie said she was speechless. She could not believe it was the same old horse. Then she cried, which made my eyes get leaky. Julie. That was awesome. That was a stunning piece. And I know it took you how long did you work on it? 9 months? A year? I forgot how long you said you worked on it. Need a little orange in here. Let's put a little more orange down here. And this is just some orange acrylic paint that's sitting here. So it can be whatever kind of paint you want to blend out with white. Again, most of the time I'm doing, outer space and dark and, so I said, well, let's do some dreamsicles. So that's why I'm doing these lighter color ones today. Oh, you for real? Did you make a Denver Bronco one? Do you have pictures, Janet? It doesn't count if there's no pictures. I don't think you never talked about that, or if you have, I didn't know about it. Okay, Julie says she worked on it probably 6 months. Yeah, the horses are hard to come by. But did you see the state that the one that Julie's was in? It was in pretty bad shape. So she may not have had, it may not have been that hard to get one in that bad of condition. Okay, Janet really did do one. She's going to go look for photos. Okay. Well, I don't know that she meant she was going to go look for one right now. But yeah, make sure you show it on your show today too, Janet. I'll call her out on that, guys, on Janet's show today. Call her out and make sure she shows it. So are y'all liking this? Are y'all liking this Dreamsicle look? And again, you can just keep, you know, mashing it out, you know, blending it out. Oh, and I saw on the History Channel that Oak Island, the next season is going to be coming out. It said coming soon. So apparently they kept doing their show because they're out there by themselves, probably, you know, other than the crew, you know, there's not like a whole bunch of people out there. So I guess they could still, you know, even with the virus, they could still make the show. So I was happy to see that Oak Island is still going to be having another episode. You're like, oh, thanks, Elaine. Good. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Debbie. Let's see, Julie. Don't let anyone trample on your daisies, not even yourself. I use the one, oh, I like that. I like that quote, Julie. Maybe I need to do that one. Let's write that down. Where's the let's see. I gotta get me another pack of. I go through the Post-it notes. Let me get another pack out. I like that. Let me write that down. Don't let anyone trample on your daisies. Do you know who said that? Did you just make that up, Julie? Not even yourself. Do you know whose quote that's from, Julie? Thank you, Ray. Thank you. All right, we might do that, Julie. We might do that. All right, so we have this one, which this needs to be a little bit more. This needs a little bit more. This needs a little more magenta and a little more orange. Unknown, found on the internet. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and use this orange before it dries up. I have this little bit of orange here. Acrylic. What's everybody reading these days? I read a lot, and I'm always interested in what people are reading. All right, so now I'm going to get my baby wipe again and keep cleaning my brush, get some water here, and water down that magenta color. What's everybody reading? I'll try to put it in caps so I can catch it. And I know I'm not going to catch everybody's, but what's everybody reading these days? Add a little bit of... Thank you, Devin. Oh, I love the sound of that breeze, that wind. It's so nice going through the trees. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it at all? Adam Carolla, Janet is, I'm your emotional support animal. Oh my gosh. I bet that's hilarious. I haven't read a Debbie McCumber book in forever, Ray. Oh my gosh. I'm going to keep clicking on them. Julie Eliza Hamilton story. Indianapolis, a true story. The worst. Oh, that would be sad. That's one of those books I'd tell Hubster to read and just read me, fill me in. Sometimes we'll do that. Like if we're both reading a book that interests the other one, we'll both be reading different books, but we'll stop reading what we're reading to let the other person read excerpts from the one they're reading. I don't know if I'd want to read the whole thing on Indianapolis. Let's see. Where the Crawdads Sing. Oh, Tamira. Okay, the Eliza Hamilton story. Whistler in Venice. I don't think I've heard of that one, She Spins. What's it about? Whistler? Is it about Whistler? Kelly is reading Stephen King, Doctor. Okay. I'm clicking on all y'all. So y'all, if you're watching the rerun, you're seeing what I'm and Dennis Prager, yeah. Before I go to sleep. Crime thriller. Can you read crime thrillers before you go to bed, Gabriella? Or do you think about them all night trying to solve them? When I read mysteries and crime, I don't read too much of bloody kind of crimes. I mean, like my British mysteries that I read, they have murders happen, but it's more about the solving of them than it is about the actual murders themselves. You know what I mean? But I don't know about reading those before I go to bed. Okay, G, thank you for coming in. Thank you. Have a good one. Debbie is reading Autobahn Bird and Insects. The kids are into those things. That's awesome. Tell them to make an art journal, Debbie. Let them do I'm going to do, did you see my Inksectober? Have them do a Inktober or some kind of drawing. It doesn't have to be for Inktober, but have them do an art journal drawing them. Draw those bugs. Make them get buggy. Okay, let's see. James listed the art. Okay. Palaces in the Night Whistler. And I feel like you keep wanting to add some more to your sentence there. She's going to keep going. I bet that's interesting. I got to write that one down. She Spins. Whistler. Whistler in Venice. Okay, wrote that down. I'll go look that up on Amazon. Gabriella said, yes, terrified as by myself. So but just going to sleep, trying to solve a case while you're trying to go to sleep. If y'all have not, and I know we haven't talked about it for a while, if y'all haven't done Nick Bantock's Dubious was it Dubious Documents? What was the name of the one we did? It wasn't Dubious Documents. What's the name of his book where we solved the puzzle, Janet? That was fun. Janet and I did that together over the phone. We solved that baby together. That was fun. I wish he did some more of those. I'm more into spiritual and spirit book. Oh, I read theology too, Kelly. I love to read anything. History, theology, and my occasional British mystery. I read a little of everything. I love to read. Oh, thank you. You like my art? Well, this is easy. I wanted to show y'all how to make these pages real easy. It was Dubious Documents. I did it too and sent it to my sister-in-law. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was the name of it. Because he also has some books on, faux ephemera. And I can't remember if that was his Dubious Documents, his faux ephemera one. But that was it. Yeah, that is an awesome book. Let me go grab it. Hang on, guys. Now you got me wanting to show it. It's in the other room. Okay. It's chilly in that other room with the window wide open. I just have it cracked in here. Okay, let's go back to Gabrielle for a minute. It starts with a woman who wakes. She doesn't know where she is or what she doesn't. No one tells the truth. Well, it sounds good. Again, I don't do too many. I don't like them when they get too descriptive, oh, they found an arm there and a leg there, none of that stuff. I like the part about the solving of them. But anyway, this is Dubious Documents, a Puzzle by Nick Bantock, and it's just a little book. Look, it's a little book. I'll read the back. Dear reader, you hold in your hands a folio containing 16 illuminated envelopes, each containing an illustrated document. Within, you will find a riddle. Diligently examine the artifacts inside the enigmatic anthropology of blurred time and place and decode the message that was passed down by a 15th century ancestor of mine. Crack the conundrum and you will find an answer that may well change your thinking for a long time to come. Good luck, Magnus Berlin. And it's Nick Bantock's puzzle. Okay, so it's just now I kept all my Post-it notes in here, so I don't want anybody to. I'll try to not show like that. See, I don't want y'all to. There's me and Janet. See, that's where we were working on solving it. I kept all my Post-it notes, so I don't want to give anything away. So what it does is it breaks down into 16 clues, and I think there's 16 posters. So there's a poster for the 16 clues, and you have to solve the clue for each one. So there's little envelopes. Look at this. See, look. Are y'all watching this? Just look at this. And Janet, when did we do it, Janet? When it came out. We did it when it must have first come out. So I don't remember when we did this. It's got to be, it's over a year, maybe 2 years ago, 2018. So Janet and I did it together over the phone. So then you have a little poster in each one, and you want to keep them in order because they do have, there's a sequence to them. And see, now look, I don't want y'all to see my notes because I don't want to give any clues away. But there's a poster, and anything on here, any of this could be a clue. And sometimes even the envelope, if I'm not mistaken. I think even the envelope might have had a clue or two. But you get these little posters, and each one has a clue you have to solve. It is very cool. And he's the faux ephemera king. If y'all haven't seen some of, I have all his books, I think, but one. And I don't want to give the answers away, so I'm going to cover up. But I kept all my answers because Janet and I worked hard on this. So everyone has a clue, and you have to solve it. Then what happens is, after you solve all 16 individual clues, you get a word. There's one word for each. Yeah, okay. Yeah, even the envelopes had clues. I couldn't remember, Devin. There's one word for left. I'm pretty sure. Tell me if I got this right, Devin. Or Janet. I don't see Janet. She must have went looking for something. Yes, Janet and I did. And I think Devin said she did. And so you get one word answer for each of the clues. And then you have to unscramble the 16 words into a sentence. Some are easier than others. Some are pretty hard. But Janet and I did it together, and it was fun. See, but look at just the papers. Yeah, it is doable. It is doable for sure. But I'll tell you, it's more fun if you do it with somebody because you're bouncing the ideas off and you're going, well, what about this? No, and then, but do it with somebody that they don't get upset if you go, no, that's a dumb one. Janet and I can do that with each other. No, no, you're way off on that. You have to be able to do that if you're going to do it with somebody. But there's 16 of them. And again, I kept my Post-it notes in here. And then the number of letters in the order of words. So each one, like number 1 is 3 and 9, 2, 2 and 2. And there's all these other clues. Now I don't want to show, but I have all kinds of notes. And then there's notes on all my posters. So that's how you remember it. Yeah. Again, it's been a couple years since Janet and I did it, but it's just such a cute little book. And I think they had a contest online too. Now, Janet and I didn't do the contest. We didn't want to know. You don't want to go to a site where they say, oh, I've solved it. Here's the answer. And then, you see the answer or something. So we didn't go to the site to even see any hints or any of it, or be a part of the contest, because we didn't want to know. We didn't want to know the answers. No, Ray. Oh my gosh, Ray. And good morning, by the way. Yeah, that was it, Ray. That was the answer. You gave it away. Oh my goodness. But it was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's see here. Do I want to blend any more, or are we good to start doing something? This one needs some more, I think. I'm liking this one the best so far. Oh, I haven't. Let me go ahead and blend this one just a little before we start adding. And I think I'm going to use Julie's quote. Don't let anyone trample on your daisies, not even yourselves. I think I'm going to use that. Now, whether I want to do it with stickers, whether I want to do it with white Posca, I don't know yet. We'll see. So let me go ahead and do this one real quick. I know. We have some real characters, don't we, that stop in. Okay. All right. So let me put a little more water in here. And again, you want to keep cleaning your brush off when you go from like yellow to, you can blend yellow and the pink. You'll make a peachy color, but you don't want to make mud. You want to keep cleaning your brush. So again, you can do it a couple ways. You can go straight in with water to blend out your watercolor sticks or any kind of watercolor that you're using, or you can go straight into some water and water down paint and start, making it a little more opaque right from the start there. A little more pastel, a little more opaque. It's very chill to do this, so you'll be surprised how relaxing it is, just doing the background. So, all right. What'd you learn the hard way, Kelly Watley? You mean blending or something on the dubious documents? So again, there's a bunch of scraped white paint on here that I'm adding the watercolor stick, the scribbles. But again, it doesn't have to be the watercolor sticks. It can be, it can just be watercolor, or it can be watered down acrylic. But the idea is to add the white to it. Add the white to it to soften it and blend it in as you go. Just, take your time and yeah. I will go back. Order library books. Okay, you're gonna go order some library books. Okay, Debbie Wingo. The paint, yeah. You want to, it'll make mud if you're not careful. So you just got to keep cleaning your brush. And again, we just started with, this is some old calendar roses from a calendar. that are just all torn up and randomly placed. Well, I say randomly, they were strategically placed, but they were all just torn up pieces of calendar. There's a little bit of a magazine here and here. But it's real easy, and all you have to have is some old magazines, some scrapbook papers, um, some white paint. You know, if you want to use acrylic, watered down acrylic paint, you don't even need watercolor, you know. And then let it dry in between so that you can start, using the white paint to soften all your edges. Go around and soften. But I worked on some of my traveler's notebook size ones on Saturday. I did an impromptu on Saturday and worked on a whole bunch of smaller journals. So I said, well, today let me just go ahead and expand this into a larger 12 by 12. Yeah, Tracy. There you go, Tracy. Use for my water soluble crayons. There you go. Oh, I like that Picasso. Learn the rules like a pro. You can break them like an artist. Oh, I like that. I'm going to write that down too. I've heard something similar from his quotes, but I don't know if I've ever heard that direct one. But that's good. Learn the rules like a pro so you can, I'm writing it down, break them like an artist. I know he says one about, well, here, there's a couple of them. One about how to learn from, being a kid, an artist, and it takes your whole life to be able to paint like a kid or something like that. And then there's another one where he talks about how many hours of, somebody said something about how he charged for his paintings, and he said, I'm not charging for this painting, I'm charging for 50 years worth of painting, the whole life of skill to learn. I'm not quoting it correctly there, but that's kind of what he said, that he's charging for his whole life's work, how long it took him to get to that point. Oh, thank you, Tracy. That's sweet. Hubster and I are usually doing things together on Saturday, but he met his sister at the lake and some of the nieces. So he did that. And I said, well, I'm here by myself, so I'll just go ahead and turn on the camera while I'm here working on my art journals. So I'm just softening around the edges, and you can, just keep blending and softening as much as you want. Let's just kind of make it look like a dream. Plus, the colors remind me of a dreamsicle. So they're kind of dreamy pages. Devin said, I went to the Picasso Museum in Barcelona. It was so interesting. I bet it was. Was it very big? How big was it? Give us some deets, Devin. I went to the Salvador Dali one in St. Pete in Florida, and it was like, I don't know. I liked the art and stuff, but I didn't get the feeling that I got to know him. I don't know. I seemed like I learned more about him or got the feel of Salvador Dali more from the exhibit that came to the Atlanta High Museum rather than at the museum itself. So, what did you think? What did you think, Devin, when you went to the Picasso Museum in Barcelona? Okay, so there's a Picasso Works at their modern art gallery in Saskatoon, Jane said. Um, Devin said it was pretty big. Each room was a different period in his life. Did any of y'all watch that fictional docudrama, kind of thing on him? I guess it was about a year ago, maybe two now. Time flies so fast. I mean, I'm thinking something I watched 6 months ago. Oh, that was 2 years ago. The actor played a good role. But I don't know how accurate it really was. It's hard to tell unless you really do a lot of research. And I haven't researched Picasso in any depth, other than reading some brief, things. I don't think I've ever read a full on biography about him. But well acted. It was well acted. It was like 5 or 6 parts, maybe 5 or 6 parts. You did feel like you got to know him at the museum or at his museum, Devin said. Okay, thanks, Jane. Tracy said you're close to me, Jane. Oh, we might have friends hooking up. So did anybody see that? I think it was 5 parts. It was like every night it was like on, every a series, TV series, made for TV series, maybe a year or two back on Picasso when he was, it went through his whole life. And the actor that played him, especially the young Picasso, I thought was really, really good. And how, what happened to his sister really affected him. Um, and his BFF, his best friend, and all that. I liked it, but how accurate it was, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't research it enough to know how accurate it really was, but it was good. I mean, I enjoyed the series. Did anybody else watch it? Soften that out just a little. You didn't, but I would like it wasn't Antonio. Um, I don't remember who it was. Um, dark haired, good looking guy. I can't remember who played it. I don't really remember. Let me look. Hang on, let me Google it real quick. Let me see. I'll just put in TV, movie, series, Picasso. Let's see. Genius Picasso, was that? No, I don't know. So I gotta see. There's a whole bunch of things on Picasso. So I got to maybe that's what it was. Genius Picasso, chapter 1, episode 2018. That sounds right. Are we back? I think I'm back. My electricity flickered. Let me see. Okay, am I back? Okay. Yeah, my electricity just flickered off and right back on, but it was enough to shut my computer down. So I had to like, oh my gosh. So I have to put a note in the video that, oh, we were gone for a couple of minutes. We're gone for a couple of minutes at the 2-hour mark. Let me make a note of that because I'll get emails. Your show went off. Okay. Hi, Afro Sensible Sister. Hi, Crafty Kitty. Yeah. Thank you, Pacola. Yeah. Refresh if you don't see me. Refresh. Okay. Refresh if you don't see me. Okay. Hi, Jane. All right. So let's see here. Let me go back over to my camera. And let's brighten it back up a bit. Let's see what we got. Let's do. I think I was zoomed in a little more. I think that's pretty good right there. I think that's where we were. Are we back? Michelle, you'll still get. Oh my gosh. Right, Michelle? Okay, I'm back. All right. Thanks, Molly. And hi, anybody I missed. Patricia. Crafty Kitty. Okay, so where were we? Oh, so I was looking up Picasso show, the TV movie. I think it was called Genius. I think that's what it was called. So let me go back over there. It was chapter 1. It was a series. Oh, it was in April 2017. Nat Geo put it out. That was it. Let's see. Let's go over here and see if we can find who played in it. Is this the right one? Jeffrey Rush? Jeffrey Rush? Is that who it was? Anybody? Feel free. I'm not sure. This is the same one. I'm not sure if this is the same one. I don't see a picture. I need a picture. Let's see if I can find. See if I can find a pic. No, that's not him. This is something different. Or at least that's not him. That's not him. Oh my gosh. Where's the young guy that played him? Somebody help me out. Is that the one? But that's not the guy that played him. At least as a young guy. All right, let me go over here. Miniseries 2018. I don't want a privacy thing. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, it was Antonio Banderas. It was. Okay, it was, Jane said. Yeah. Okay, you're right. It was. All right, now that we got that settled, it was bugging me. I had to know. Okay, so here we go. Let's pick one of these two, I think, because I think they're the most finished. These two could use a little bit more depth to them, but look, can y'all tell the difference? Look at this. Look how much more vibrant this one is. Same thing for this one. So I want something with more vibrancy. Okay, this one I think I would like the don't let anyone trample on your daisies, not even yourself. And then this one would probably be good for learn the rules like a pro so you can beat them like an artist, Picasso. Okay, so those are our two quotes, so we can work on those. Okay. So let's see. Let me make a little space here. Let's move some of this. Now I have to decide, do I want to add, should I go ahead and do the quote first, or do I want to add some more ephemera? I think we'll do, let's go ahead and do the Daisy one first. That's the first one I got because that was from Julie. She's the first one that gave me a quote to use. Okay. Making some space, moving some paints. So I'm not throwing my stickers and stuff in the paints. All righty. Let's see. Camera's a little crooked. Okay. So, well, let's see. Do I want to attempt to write over this? I think this one I might attempt to write over it with white. This one I might want to do it in either stickers or a separate, because I want to do one where it's not really brush lettering, but you know, like let's just, well, I don't want to start that one yet because I don't want to finish it. Hopping from both sides. Jeffrey Rush played Einstein. Well, why did he come up on the Picasso one? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's move the heat gun out of the way. Let's see. The yellow, if I did stickers, I don't know that these would be, I'm thinking like one word in stickers. I got gold sticker. I just pulled a few things. Or maybe even, oh, look, I pulled these. And I pulled these accidentally, but I like them. Those are going to work. I think those are going to work. We'll play with those. I'm thinking I might just want black stickers, but these might be too big for that. Let's see. Let me kind of guesstimate. It would fill the whole thing. What do y'all think? Should I fill the whole thing with a quote, or should I do a littler quote with lots of decoration? You know? So I can do both. But I think the black would look good on here. I could do don't let anyone, or let's see, don't let anyone trample on your Maybe daisies should be big. Maybe daisies. Jeannie showed a few people in the series. Okay. It was a good, anyway, I like I said, I don't know how accurate it was, but it was very good. It was very entertaining. Let's see. Let me see something here. Maybe. Just going to play with a couple stickers. Oops, I tore that one. Let's put it back together. Oh, man, we'll just go with it. We'll roll with it like this. Because it's all these roses, I think this will work. You know what I mean, Vern? Around some of the edges. Hi, Jerry. And maybe some of these butterflies. This is all subjective. You just got to kind of do what you are going to like, you know. And I'm not really planning it out. As you can see, I'm just kind of rolling with it. And I accidentally picked these stickers up with the what do you call it? The letters. So it's kind of like it just worked. Let's put a butterfly. Maybe another butterfly down here. This is some other sticker that's not even part of this. So let's see. Dee Dee, I got my calligraphy name. Oh, you're welcome, Jerry. Those were fun. Those were fun to do for you guys. Those little the little names. Yeah. All right, let's see. So another little rose here. And maybe another one of these little butterflies. I'm trying to keep it in the color family, right? The color. Maybe that's enough. All right, so now what do I want to do? Let me get a little paper to sketch out on. Hi, Abigail. All right, so let me kind of do a layout. Where's a pen? All right, so, and my quote is, don't let anyone trample on your daisies, not even yourself. So I can do something like, don't let, and then daisies, big, and yourself, big. Like the main theme of the quote, don't let, and then anyone trample on your daisies, not even yourself. See, something like that, so that this is bigger. those three are bigger. And I could do some stickers, or I'm not sure about my, let's see. Where's that new pen I got? This one. My waterproof pen that I got from Jet Pen. Do I want to use that? I don't know how it'll react. I mean, I don't know how it'll, I don't want to ruin it. Going over acrylic paint, you know, got to be careful of that. But let's see. Should I go for it? Should I just dive right in? Or should I go with stickers? What do y'all want to do? Do you want me to do stickers or dive right in with a brush pen? I know y'all are going to say the brush pen. I know you guys will. Oh, because of the bright color she is using. Oh, wait, what? Oh, tell me why it's called Dream. Oh, yeah, because look, they look like y'all. Do you remember those popsicles, Dreamsicles? And it's all like dreamy. See how it's all softened and like in a dream? Yeah, that's why. Dive. Deborah's going dive. Reese. Me too. Okay. All right. Here we go. If it messes up, you know, we can tear this page up or cut it down. Cut it down for what do you call it? our cards. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Wait for it. Let's see. I want to see what kind of D do I want to do. Do I want to do a big D? I think I want to do a, let's see. See, I want my D to look more like, there we go, a D. It's kind of getting a little lost, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, so there's don't let, and then I'm going to do daisies big. Dive, dive. And then down here, yourself. Okay, now I want to do smaller. Don't know if this is going to be a brush pen enough. Yeah, okay. Don't let, oh, and let me hit that with the heat gun because I don't want to get my hand on that and smear it. And we could also, if it doesn't show up enough, I could go kind of outline it with white. We'll see. Okay, so now, oh, I hope that's dry. Don't let, oh, I don't like that. Let me see if I can, because my D is right there. Hang on, let me fix that a little. It is on. So I don't want to ruin this pen, but I can help it. I keep cleaning off my pen. Oh, daisies. What do y'all think? Remember the TV show about a military side? Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Linda Patrick said. Yeah, what about, is that the one you're talking about, Riri? Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea? Oh, you want me to use stickers on one? Somebody asked about stickers. Okay, so now look how, if I would, you know, if you got to think these things out a little better, look how dark that is. You don't even hardly see that. So because you don't hardly see it, I'm thinking I probably need to go in here with the Posca. Let me dry it again. See this? And I could finagle it around with a paintbrush if I really wanted to get in here and paint out around, or I could probably wipe it off, to tell you the truth. It'd probably wipe off and get this painted because you don't see yourself. You don't see yourself, right? So let me see about these couple more little butterflies too. Like right toward the edges where let's do a bigger here and a little one at the bottom. A little rose down here. Where will we be without our Poscas? I know. I could probably even do a yellow Posca. What do y'all think? I wonder how that would work. Rather than a white Posca, a yellow Posca, so it wouldn't be so stark, maybe? We're going to try. And I got to be careful because that's still not dry, I don't think. Let's see. Nope, that's not going to show up. It's going to have to be white, I think. Fix that. I don't even think the yellow is going to show up enough. We can always go back over it. And I'm not sure I'm going to like the white. This needs to be thicker. I'm not going to like the white. Look. I'm not going to like that. Oop, I should let that dry. I'll ruin my pen. Maybe gold. Maybe gold. What about gold? Go for it. I think gold. Either that or I'm going to have to paint this in. Let me see if I can get a little brush here. Because it's too dark on yourself. The rest of it is really readable, but that's not readable. I don't like it. Okay, let's get a little yellow. Even just a little, you know? I don't know if that yellow is going to be bright enough. Nope, I need the other yellow. Hang on. I need the brighter yellow. Okay, let's see what we can do here. But I don't mind when things like this happen because then you know how you can figure out things to do to fix it, you know? But you gotta, I want the whole thing to be cohesive, so I'm gonna have to kind of make sure I blend everywhere and not just kind of fix it. Let's get very, very little paint. Very, very little paint. Go shh, 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 shh. Where's my baby one? Clean my brush. Shh, shh, shh. Did Janet say what she was doing today? I have to put a couple coats there. I need a little pink. Light blue, great idea. Oh, did someone say light blue? Put a light blue edge? So much for the white. Go, Riri. Posca would be like the queen without diamonds. Good one, Gabriella. Okay, wait, I gotta fix this now. Wait a minute. I've got to make sure that we can read this, you know, because I wrote it on a dark spot. So now, but I've got to blend it in at the same time so it doesn't look like I'm just trying to fix something. It looks like I'm actually, like it's actually on top of some colors, right? So trying to kind of soften it gently. Soften it gently. Now let's go up with the pink above here. See, this is why you don't want to be rushing, you don't want to be hurrying. I should say. That's okay. Let's see how to fix things though. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pink in here. But, be careful. Go around your... Now I feel like I got to kind of go in here and fix any other little areas. Blend it out. What do y'all think? How's it looking? Let me look on the camera. All right, so a little dark now. Now I need a little bit more light. I need to lighten that pink up a little in here. Let's just soften that out a little. And you can always, a better way to have done this would probably have been to take a piece of like tracing paper and set it over the top and do your lettering on the tracing paper just for placement purposes. So you can then kind of move your tracing paper around, at least get a general idea where things are going to be, rather than just going like diving head on into it. Like I did, So if you use your, just for, trace it out over your piece, that way you can kind of see where things are going to land. But now that I've kind of darkened it up in there, I feel like I have to kind of darken it up a little bit in some of these areas. What do y'all think? Does it still look okay? Your inner librarian is coming out, Shushin. Oh, Shushin. Yeah, when I go shh, shh, shh. Yeah. That's when I'm in my head or when I'm thinking or concentrating or want to like tell myself, okay, concentrate right now. I'll go shh, 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 shh. What do you think, Julie? I think it would probably look good in a 12 by 12 scrapbook frame. What do y'all think? Let's put a little more yellow down in here. I'm just going to keep working on it. I don't want to get it too flat. I like how it's, see how it's kind of all kind of splotchy like in areas. I like that look. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that kind of splotchiness, but I'm trying to make it readable at the same time. Legible, readable, So I have to kind of think about both. All right. Let's see. I think it needs a little pink right in there. So I think I'll probably do gold, like a gel pen. Or you know what? Maybe Let me fix this with a black ballpoint pen because I'm thinking that there's a spot right there that the marker doesn't want to go over, but a ballpoint pen will go over almost anything. What about stickles? That would be too thick, wouldn't it? Stickles would be too thick. I'm talking to myself as I figure it out. Are you getting some ideas for your own art journaling, I hope? Oh, Debbie said her husband just made her some 12 by 12 frames to switch out art. Yeah, I get those inexpensive ones. You can get them all the time on sale for like $5. They're just black, like plastic frames. They're 12 by 12. And that's what I do. I switch things out. I have a couple of them down in my kitchen. So now I can kind of finagle around things here. Can you read it, guys? What do y'all think? Is it readable? Is it legible? Oh, you know what? I do see one thing. Can't see the dot in that eye. I'm going to touch up a few things here. I think the D's need some swirls. Wait a minute. Something a little more. It's a little flat on their tops. Maybe a little something like that. And this one could be a little swirlier. Let me just put a little bit of pink in that. Let that dry and put a second coat. Getting opinions. Winka Stella on but actually they already are shine. They already kind of have a sheen to them. They're kind of shiny butterflies and flowers already. You just can't see it on camera. I'm thinking more about the letters. Oh, thank you. Oh, did I miss something? Nathaniel. Let's see. Hello, Nathaniel. She's been a shimmering gold like you rubbed on the pumpkin. Yeah, I could paint that on there. It's not like in a pen. I'd have to paint it on this stuff. I'm just thinking a gold gel pen. Like, you know. Because I don't want it like cover. I don't want to lose all the black, but I'm thinking maybe a little bit of outline of gold. I'll test it out. I can always just paint it back over it, right? You know, light blue. Light blue. All right, so if I do it light blue, do I want a light blue? Let's see. In my Poscas, oh, you know what? Look what I have. I have the Posca shimmer. I have the Posca shimmer. Thank you, Miss Melody, I think. sent me the some of the shimmer ones. All right. We need gold she spins. But she spins. This is glitter. Well, not glitter, but shimmer. What is it called exactly? Well, it's in Japanese. I can't read it. But it's shimmery. Let's test one out. Let's test it out. I'll start down here on the F. Let's see if it shows up. It may not show up enough. Let me get it going here. It's going. I'm not sure if it'll show up enough on the black. Let me do one and we'll see. It's really not showing up. I don't know why. It's just, maybe it's because it's on this black that it's not showing up. But it's not. I mean, I can barely see it. Maybe that's enough. I'll hold it up to you guys. But when I'm on top of the black, it wants to like, it's picking up the black. Okay, it's picking up the black rather than laying down the blue. So I'm not sure. If I'm careful, I might be able to get some down. If I'm on the paper, itself, it's laying down the blue. But when I'm touching the black, I'll hold this up because it does look pretty. I'm not going to lie. The blue does look good. But it's when I touch the black, it picks up the black. So I have to be very careful. All right, see if y'all can see that. Can y'all see the blue? Can y'all see the blue on the F? Yeah, like a cast shadow. Is that good enough, you think? The blue? Now, like right here, I tried to go over the black to like make it a little thinner, but it picked up the black. But maybe as the blue dries, I could put another layer. Can y'all see it? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do it at the side of the letter. There, can y'all see that? You like the blue? Okay, well then I'm going to roll with it. It's just that I can't touch the black because it wants to pick that pin up. Whatever's in that Japanese, pen, brush pen. So I have to stay on the outside of it, not touch the black. Which I can do if I'm careful. But I keep touching the black. I'm going to have to make a couple passes with it. Because any place I'm touching the black pen, it's picking up the black. I could almost do this better with a brush. I got a blob. Y'all can't even see anything I'm doing. I'm sure this is riveting. You can't even see what I'm doing. But the blue does look good, I'm going to say. Thank you, Gabriella. Was it that said the blue? I'm kind of picking up what I've, splotted down here. Because it wants to pick up the black. So I have to kind of get it a little thicker. See what I'm having to do there? That's too thick right there. Let's see if I can pick that up with the brush. Get that one a little thick. Is it like noticeable enough for me to go to all this trouble. I don't think. I mean, I can see it. It's very pretty, but I think I would have picked paint instead of the ink. Maybe. Should have done the brush lettering with a brush instead of the brush pen, because I didn't really know how it was going to react. Know what I mean, Vern? So I'm getting blobs of the paint here. Come on, blob. Why doesn't it blob when you want it to blob? It's not blobbing. Blob for me. I want a blob of paint. Oh my gosh. Well, the Posca's so good at not blobbing that I can't force it to blob. There we go. There we go. You know, guys, I'm not looking at chat. I'm trying to get this. Can you see it? Oh, you're welcome, Gabrielle. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. I just picked the wrong tool for the job in this case. But it does look pretty when you look at it from, you know, in person. You can kind of see it. I just don't know how well it's showing up on camera. Can y'all see the blue? Oh, there we go. See, I got to fix that S. The S is a little. Let me do it with the ballpoint pen. The Bic will go over anything. There we go. Maybe I should have just done the whole thing in faux brush lettering with a Bic pen. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. Oh, wait, I forgot this one. Okay. Okay, now I'm not going to make y'all watch me do that on all this. All right, but I am going to do it all, but I want this to dry. I don't want to set my hand on it. I don't want to set my hand on it. So I'm going to let this dry, but I'm going to do all of this. Okay, with the blue. What do y'all think? Can you see it? The story of your life, pick the wrong tool for the wrong. All right, so now what I want to do while we still have time is I want to do this quote on this one. But I want to do it either with stickers or I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of rounding out the edges here. You know, you got to kind of just kind of flatten it out. It flattens out real easy. Just kind of turn it. There we go. All right, so let's see. I am liking it. I'm liking that blue. I gotta say that blue is a nice touch. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriella. All right, so let's see what we want to do. Somebody asked about stickers. So now I literally have every color sticker. So I picked out black because I thought the black would show on the dark color. Now I could do the stickers and we can outline it in purple. Or I could do gold. Do I have enough of these stickers in gold to do that whole quote? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure that would show up very well. Do you think that the gold, see, the gold kind of gets lost. I think the gold kind of gets lost on that, don't you? I mean, you're seeing the shimmer, you're seeing the shine from the paper and stuff, but I think the gold might not be as effective as the black sticker. So I am going to sketch it out again. Let me get another piece of. So we want to do learn the rules, kind of big. So I'm just kind of sketching out which will be big and what will be small. Like a pro, so you can maybe break large, break them like and then artist big. Learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. I like it with the blue too. All right, or do I want to do, because I can do the big, like for instance, learn and rules all in caps, and then lowercase for the small ones. All right, so here's how you got to do this. All right, let me get a ruler. Oh, we're getting out a ruler, Janet. This is a trick that I learned back in scrapbooking. So what you can do so that you can measure it out, and seriously, guys, you probably, all right, I'm going to do it right. Hang on, now if I can find a piece of, I don't know if I can find a piece of tracing paper. I got some in this old magazine that we did our practice shapes with, but let me dig around for a minute. Let me see if we can find a piece of tracing paper anywhere. I'm digging. Is that some? It's a piece, but I don't think it's big enough. I gotta find something. Hang on, let me keep digging. You can see I don't use tracing paper very often. I know I have a pad of it around here somewhere. Oh, here we go. I found some. All right, we're in luck. Here we go. I found one. Okay, so just so we can kind of lay it out. So, and I'll do it in a pen so we can see. All right, so now you can see your piece, so you can kind of know where you want to put the lettering. So like if we did learn the rules like a, see, I don't think I need a whole nother, that won't be good enough. Let's go over here and do like a pro. So yeah, see, this is why you got to do it, because you don't know how it's going to look. Learn the rules like a pro, so you can, because I know how big these letters are. It's not going to all fit. So if I move this over like a pro, so you can. So if I can move that over, so this line will fit. Learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. Like that. And then Picasso down here. Okay? So, see? This is much better to do this. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Janet. I don't know where you went. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. All right. So now I can kind of look at where I want it. Like I can move it up a little. Can you kind of see? I kind of run it right there. All right. And you can make a mark where you can, know where to put it if you want. But what I'm going to do is just slide it over. Let me make some room so I can kind of know where things are going to go. You see what I'm saying? See, I can kind of do this and just, you know, I can eyeball it, but if you're afraid to do that, then you can make some tick marks with pencil so that you can know exactly where you want it. I just want it there long enough to do my first letter. Now, here's my only thing. I am going to hope I have enough letters. I'm not even going to check. I'm just going to start diving in and hope I have. Oh, I don't even have any L's. I don't have any L's. I have double pages. So let's see. See, I'm already in trouble. I have no L's. To do the L with learn. Oh my gosh. Let me look. Do I can piece one together? There's one. Okay, we're in luck. Okay, so here's what you can do. Now. Now what I'm going to do with the ruler is this. This is what I learned in scrapbook days. You can take your letters, your stickers, and what you want to do is put them on the edge, and then you can get them exactly how high, how right where you want them. Don't set it down and stick it down, right? You got to kind of be careful of that. Okay, so I'm going to do all caps and learn the rules. And what you do, you'll see in a minute. See how I'm just putting it on the edge, and then you can line them up exactly where you want them to go. I need something behind it so I don't set it down. You'll get it in a minute. You'll get the idea. All right, now I want the in lowercase. So let me go over here. We're still with the tour, clutching the golden rope. Or the velvet rope. That's what it is, Julie always says. Touching, I'm holding the velvet rope. All right. Y'all will get this in just a second. Let me do one more word. You'll see. Unless you've done this before, then you know. And again, I'm hoping we have all the letters. Because I didn't count them out. But somebody asked if I'd do one with stickers, so that's why we're doing this. Okay, yeah, Julie's. Well, I hope y'all got some ideas today. I hope y'all got some ideas with the, at least with the painty part. Okay, so here we go. So we have the first, and we'll see if I made them too, if the letters are too big for the project. Okay, so look, see how it's on the edge? So what you do now, look. Like right there. So let's look at our test page so we can kind of know where we're going to fit it. Or we could even do learn the rules, like learn the rules, you know, so that they're not all in a straight row. What do y'all think? Should I stagger it or a straight row? I'll wait for y'all's comment, because I can put learn the rules. See, I can stagger it too. When you may, the wheel may be up, you still. I like that, Tony. That's got to go in the wingnut book. Oh my gosh, where's my Post-it notes? Where'd they go? Oh my gosh, I need my Post-it. Oh, there they are. That has to go in the wingnut book. Oh my gosh. I got to write that down. Wait, Tony. That goes in the wingnut book, which I'll get in a minute, but I have to write that down. The wheel may be, let's fix that, may be off, but we still rolling on the flat. Oh my gosh. I'm putting that away now. Hi, lady. Did you say stagger? Some say it straight, some say. Because once I stick it in, I stick it down, there's no going back. So I'm thinking learn the rules. All right, I'm going to stagger it. Okay, so look, this is what you do. Now, it's easier if you don't have the whole thing there. You want to do one line at a time, right? But let's go ahead and put down learn. So what you do is you find exactly, look, see how I can line up the edge so I can make sure it's straight? If you want to make sure it's straight, okay, you can line your ruler up. All right, so right there I want learn, or maybe I want it over a little bit more. Okay, right there. So I want learn right there. So what I do is hold my ruler and I tap down the top of those letters. Now I'm trying not to get these tapped down because we're going to stagger it, maybe. All right, so now I've stuck down the top, right? Now all I have to do is turn without, see, I should have not stuck those down yet. All right, so then all you have to do is flip your ruler down. See, this wants to stick. All right, I'm going to have to move these. At least I have to move because I can't flip my ruler. There's not enough bend for my ruler. And now I flip the ruler. Oh, see, these want to stick too. All you have to do is flip your ruler and they're all lined up. But only do one sentence at a time. Okay, only do one sentence at a time. So now let's put the back where I had it. Let's put the back up there. But you'll keep everything perfectly lined up. But you have to have just one line at a time so that you can turn your ruler, twist your ruler rather. Okay, let's fix this back. Now we'll see if we want to stagger it or not. Okay, so now we got the rules back. So this is what I'm thinking. The rules, learn the rules. And then like a pro, I'm not sure, like a pro, so you can, Okay, we're going to roll with it. Let's just go for it. Let me move the over just a minute. All right, so this is how the right way to do it. Okay, so I got them on here. Now you find exactly, you can line it up with your ruler line and get it straight, and then find exactly where you want it. Okay. Then you mash down the tops like that. Okay, mash down the stickers, and then you can flip the ruler. See, I couldn't do this with those other letters on there. Flip the ruler and just let it go. Okay. And it's exactly the same place that you had it on the ruler. Okay. Learn the rules. Learn the rules, people. All right. So like a pro. So I'm going to do like a pro. And then so you, I got two rulers. I can move them around. Okay. Hang on. All right. Now we can roll a little quicker. Okay. Like a pro. Hang on. I'm going to do that in lowercase. And I need my Post-it notes so I can balance it. I don't want to forget to put my dot on my I, because I'm not putting the dot on the I on the ruler, obviously. I should get my, what do you call it here? Knife. Oh, they're attached. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that the I was attached, but it is. All right, guys. Hang on. We're going to roll quicker now. All right, I got to find an A. Wow, there's a lowercase. I got 2 sheets of each, so. Now, do I want to do, let's see, like a, I think I'm going to do all these lowercase, like a pro. And so that break and artist will be in uppercase. So like a, let me find a lowercase p here. I'm not looking at chat, just a minute. Do I have an R? Oh, I don't have an R. I'm going to have to cut me an R, I think. Oh, there's one. I'm probably going to have to cut an R later because I'm not going to have 4. Well, no, I'm going to do artist in uppercase. So let me go pro. I'll look at chat here just a second. Y'all probably all talking to me and I'm not paying any attention. Okay, so here we go. Let's turn that a little. All right. Learn the rules like a pro. Now, see, I can, with another ruler, I can see if I like that right there, if I want to go down, or do I just want to go like a pro so you can. See, I think I can get so you can there. Like a pro so you can break them like an artist. Do you know what I mean, Vern? Learn the ruler like a pro. You can flip it like an artist. Good one, Big Jerk. Oh my gosh. Some Big Jerk made the, what do you call it? The Wingnut book last week. I'm just going to have to make it again. Both you and Tony Campbell. Learn the ruler like a pro so you can flip it like an artist. Some big jerk. Okay, that's good. All right, so both of y'all, in case y'all don't know, I've got so many post-it notes here. The Wingnut book is actually a wingnut book because we're all a bunch of wingnuts. So anytime anybody says something funny like that, then it gets pulled out and just slapped in. Same thing for Tony's there. Tony's right there. So I've got them both in there. So this is just a whole book of wingnut sayings. And it's over the last, at least 6 or 7 years, full of those kind of things. Some big jerk made it twice once a week. Okay, so let's see. All right, like a pro, so you can. All right. I'm just going to quickly try to peel these up with my X-Acto knife because my fingernails, I probably need a comma in there. Do I have commas? Oh, wait, let's put that back under there. I have some commas. Yeah, I do. I have a comma. Wait, like a pro. Yeah, we need a comma there. Right? Isn't there a comma that? Wouldn't there be a comma there? Learn the rules like a pro, comma. Wouldn't that be correct? I'll keep with the O's while we're thinking. Doesn't that need a comma there? Somebody? Comma? The kids just found a stick bug. They are now drawing it. All right, Debbie. Yay. Put them all in a book so they'll feel like they're really accomplishing something, like in a sketchbook, That needs to come down just a little. Do I have enough O's? Here's another one. Trust me, I've pieced enough stickers together. You can make any letter out of the letters. Let's see. Like, for instance, look, there's a Z, can be an N. If you need an O, you can take it off of an 8. You can piece things together. If I don't have a U, I'll cut off the Y. But I think I have a U. Here's one. You can make stickers into anything just about. All right, here we go. So there we go. All right. Like a pro. Don't I need a comma there? Comma. Okay, Yvonne's going, comma. Okay, let me grab a comma. All right, I got one after I stick this on. Okay, learn the rules like a pro. And again, you can use your ruler to match up. See on the line here? Okay. All right. So then you just mash it down. And like Big Jerk said, so you can flip it like an artist. All right, so now you flip, make sure they're stuck down so that when you flip it and peel, then all you have to do is stick the bottom half down. They're already lined up. Now I'll put my comma. I need to do it with the, see if I can stick it with my finger here. Okay. This seems like a lot of work. I know it does seem like a lot of work, but if you want it straightened out, okay. So you can, and I'm going to do break them like an artist. Okay. See if we can get this done in 15 minutes. Oh, Debbie says I have a dedicated nature journal. This is real schooling. Oh, Debbie, yay. Okay. All right, there we go. So you can, now let's do break. And again, I can do break a little bit from learn, or break in the middle, because I'm going to do artist. I'm thinking break right here, artist a little to the side, but we'll see. Let's see. All right, we got to get break in there. All right. Let me use a smaller ruler. Might be a little easier. Okay, let's see. I want them in caps though. Okay, so I want break in caps. I do like that blue on that other though, and I will take the time to do that after a while. Okay. Let me put my Post-it note there so I don't touch it. I'm just keeping that there so that my stickers don't stick down. Okay, B. Oh, do I have a cap? R? Do I have to make one out of a P? Oh, here's one. But this is a way you can line up your lettering before you stick it. Because, you know, a lot of stickers, once you stick them down, there's no peeling them back up. All right. And ideally, again, guys, you really want to sketch it out on your tracing paper, exactly where you want it to go. Okay, learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. Or do I want to do break them like an artist? I think that'll work better. I think so. That way we have learn, break, artist. Do you know what I mean? I think that'll work. So learn the rules so you, like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. Hi, Marita. You forgot the word can. Oh, so you can. Oh, that's right. You're right. I did forget the word can. Well, now we've got to go over here because we got to put can over here. So that's it. That solved that problem. All right. So now let's get can next to break. Hang on. Thank you for, see, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. You're so right. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's do it backwards. Now, here's another thing. If you want to line something up, if I started putting can with a C-A, you may mess up the spacing. So if you start with the N and go backwards, then you can space it exactly. So let's go with and put C-A-N on here. Thank you for catching that, whoever did that. Who caught that for me? Oh, Pacola. Thank you, Pacola. Thank you. I told you. Pacola on it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's twist that just a little more. All right. All right. Something like that, because I want like and I want artist a little more to the right. How's that look? I'm lining it up on the edge. Okay. Something right about there, I think. All right. It's going there now. Flip it like an artist. And we get to highlight this too. Now, this might be good highlighted with the white Posca. You know, we'll see. All right, now we have to do break them like and. Okay, break. Let's see if we can roll through this real quick. I know this is riveting, but, you know, it does take some time. But you know what? This is one of the things, you know, I used to, when I'd watch YouTube videos back before I was streaming or early days of streaming, I'd see people, and I'm not dissing on anybody that does fast forwarding. Don't email me, people. But they would speed up their videos, which that's fine. But they never told you how long it really took. And I said, if I ever do speeded up videos, I'm going to put in the description, I speeded this video up and you're only seeing 15 minutes and it took me 5 hours, you know? So if you are one that speeds up your videos, please put in how long it actually took. So people, because, you know, like whether it's a pan pastel, something especially that takes a long time, right? Let me, don't lose, oh, see, them. See, I need them. The L will go here in a minute. See, I'm talking and I'm not going to get all my letters right. Because you don't know, you know, you don't know how long it actually took. And some of the real professional artists, like there's some guys that do, well, the ones I've seen, they're guys that do some awesome manga and Copic drawings. Oh my gosh, they are like amazing. And they do the speeded up videos. And so you see 10 minutes. And then, and I know one that does tell you how long it took. And I think it was like 4 hours. So, you know, you don't, don't give the impression to young artists, especially Copic kids, and they see these professional artists and their videos are 10 or 15 minutes and they're really 4 hours. It gives the false sense of ability to do it like that quick. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, well, typos is, yeah, that's a whole nother. Okay. All right. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like Anne. I just need Anne. And then artist. Almost there. We're getting there, guys. And I did show how to paint all these backgrounds earlier, so if you didn't see that. Okay. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like and let's line it up. Flip it like an artist. So see how that keeps it all straight. Okay. Like and now I just need artist in caps. And then you can, you know, move it around and see where you want things. It takes a little extra minute to do it this way, but you don't have to ever worry about, unless you spell the word wrong. Oh, okay. Pacola said it was Marita that caught the missing word. Thank you, Marita. Thank you. Do I have a capital R somewhere? There's P. Might have to piece together an R. I'm not seeing a cap. P, Q. And I've got 3 sheets. Okay, I'm going to have to piece together an R. So let's take a P. and tack on a, what do I need here? Let's see. Let's see. Well, I'll see what it looks like. There's a little, okay, so I can take the leg off of probably an N. Okay, let's cut down an N. Let's cut down an N. Oops. I'm going to tear an N. Did I tear it? I might have. Oh, I scraped it. All right, let me just do another one. Let's take the leg off of a V or a W. Let's take this W. And trim it down. Okay, right there. All right. T. Oh, let's see. And I'll outline a couple to see what it looks like maybe with white. S. T. All right. I think I'll handwrite Picasso. Although I could piece that out too in small lowercase. Oh, thank you, Linda. So then, see, I'm thinking right here. See how we got learn artist over here. All right, so now mash, flip. Up, except my R letter, my tail, I had to piece in, to piece an R together. Okay. And then we can put Picasso right here maybe. All right. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. What do y'all think? Should I go ahead and try to outline them in white with the white pasta? Throw that away. Stack this. Put the X-Acto blade away so Barb Owen doesn't email me. And again, now wait, I'm going to show you something real quick because we didn't get to any of the decorative part. You can do, and it can be anything. It could be flowers, plants. It could be a car. It could be anything. But I was kind of looking for a flower here just because make it simple as far as the layout goes here. So you can find, let's see, red. No, it would have to be pink or blue. It would have to be pink, something blue. Well, I'm not going to take the time to do it right now. But, you know, you can add your own collage elements. Here's some butterflies. Or even, look, some hands. Look, holding paintbrushes. Any of these hands you could do too. Yeah, I might do that later. I don't want to take the time right now because we're running out of time. But I think I'll keep these hands out. All right. Put those on top. Let's move this to the side. So here's the other one we did that I still want to go back in and put the blue around. Okay. And we could add more butterflies, you can do more, right? I'm just trying to show you all the techniques. All right, so here we go. And then Picasso down here. I could go ahead and write it. Let me see, where's my pen that let's see, let's just go with this one. Now let's make sure I spell it right. How's that? Oh, it's not that I. Did I spell it right, Marita? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that if we did it in white. Should we do it? Should we do a shadow or a highlight? Let's go ahead and do it. Now, you're not going to see it on some of them, right? Let's do like a drop shadow, but a drop highlight. Let's see if the white shows up. Okay, can you see that around the L and the it comes a little bit on there. Hang on. Let's not mess up the black there. Okay. And again, I can touch up with the that's a little thick. There we go. So what do y'all think? Is that better? That's better, right, with the white? What is the name of the collage book? Oh, okay. Hang on. Get to it, guys. Extraordinary Things to Cut Out in Collage. Maria Rivens, and it is on Amazon. Maria Rivens. Got it, Danita? All right, let's see if we can do this real quick. I say real quick. It's a little sloppy right there. I'll go back. Went over a little bump of some paper. So I'll let that sit for a minute, fix that L. Don't do it this fast, guys. Take your time. What do y'all think? It does stand out better with the white. Oh, thank you, Pacola. There's a link. Amazon. And again, I can go back in here and touch up where I made it a little messy. Hang on, I'm concentrating so I can get this done real quick. All right. All right. Take more time when you do that lettering. Hi, Kenny. Bye, Kenny. Okay, there we go. And then you can take and put flowers and butterflies or hands, different ones. Like here's one holding brushes, this one here, or a couple of them, 2 or 3. And then this one, I want to go ahead and do the blue around. But this one has a little bit more decorative stuff so far. Hi, Lady V. Good to see you. Thanks, Val. So there we go. And thanks, guys, for the quotes. I will write them in my quote book. Let's see. This one. And don't let that. Okay, got that. And let's see. What else do I have here that I wanted to talk about? All right. Don't forget, guys, if you watch the recording around the 2-hour mark, I was gone for about a minute because my electricity flickered. So I had to start the computer back up and come back because, I was gone. So there's those. Here's a couple that look what they look like before we added anything to them. Just, Dreamsicle. And then there's with a couple quotes, but you could do them smaller too. You don't have to just do one big quote. I could have written this on a smaller piece of paper, learn the rules, just a small piece of paper and put it somewhere, and then decorative all around it, lots of flowers popping out. And I did pull, where is it? Where'd I put it? Hang on, I'll show you one more thing. Well, I'm not seeing it right now. But your little ephemera goodies, your little stickers, and here's a shell, for instance. But you could put one quote here, like, let's just say this is your quote box. You have a quote box here or something. Let's make a box. So you have a quote box there. Then you can take all your little things and put them around it and stuff. Brighter colors, of course, this being a bright page. But it doesn't have to be that you just fill a whole page with one quote. I just did this to show some different big things so you can see them. But you can do them smaller with lots of little stuff. Same thing for this. I could have done this quote small right here and then put all kinds of butterflies around it. Y'all get the idea. I know y'all get the idea. So again, whether you do it in something like a big page, or if you do the same technique on, littler pages, I hope that it was fun for you guys. I hope it was fun. And I appreciate everybody being here. So, hi, Joan. Thank you. Tony, you always pull out a bag. Well, sometimes things don't exactly work out. Like that pen was a little smeary with the blue on top of the black. It was smearing, but you don't know unless you try. But you do really, if you're going to do this kind of thing, you're going to do a big project, do some tests off to the side. Don't do the test on your page. But, I do it on the page for you guys. So if something goes wrong, we try to figure it out. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I appreciate it. So don't forget, Janet comes on in about an hour on her channel. Did she ever say what she's doing? Oh, you're welcome, Lady True North Jan. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy Carney. Thanks, Tony. And yeah, so again, guys, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever y'all want, or that you'll see my art over on Instagram. And if you're an artist, I'll follow you back. I don't do any political or anything over there on Instagram because I like it to be my happy place, my art place. So, big fat mess, Janet says what she's doing. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. Don't forget, I did do a 6-hour recording on Saturday when you just want to chill sometime and just work on your projects and don't have anything to do. You can go watch that. In the meantime, we'll go watch Janet at 1. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.